I mean, let's get into this Clayton County video.
Built over 25 years ago, the jail's capacity is 1,535.
Where you paying, sir? Where you paying, sir?
But today, it houses over 2,000 detainees across 8 housing units.
You kind of more people you're supposed to have.
In Housing Unit 7,
I missed that,
nearly
man.
80% of the inmate population is awaiting trial.
The court is 2 years backed up, and people have just been sitting here.
My homeboy right here been 4 years locked up here, and they keep canceling his court date because they don't got no translator.
We are overcrowded in here. People coming in and people not coming out.
Oh yeah, I'll show y'all around, come on.
Inmate Milton Davies agrees to give a first-hand tour of daily life on the inside.
There's the toilet right here. It flips.
So Sussex 1 toilets used to have a wall like that too, but they had took them down. Somebody either got stabbed or killed behind one of them, so they took all them joints out of every pod.
It's everywhere. These do not work. These don't work here. It don't work. This right here, the drain pipe, it floods every 2 days. Feces on the floor and urine everywhere in here. That's not water. That's urine coming from under the toilet. You cannot test the toilet, period. The sink do not work. They be in the room 24 hours with no water. A mental health dude was in this cell right here. They've been up there like 6 months. There's feces on the wall right there. It smells like mold in this room because ain't no air coming out of this ventilation system right here. It's supposed to be a microphone where we get in touch with them. You see the water coming down the wall.
So what's the call box for? For fights?
For for medical emergency.
Yeah, I thought he was about to say for murder.
If somebody in need and distress.
So what happens if you're in trouble in the cell? How do you get help?
Inmate depend on inmate. This is the most unsafest jail in Georgia right now, Clayton County. They have multiple murders. It's worse than prison in here.
The crime-ridden streets of Atlanta and Clayton County fuel the deadly conflicts behind the jail's walls. With over 150 gangs from across the Atlanta metro area housed inside the facility, keeping them separated and preventing gang warfare from erupting is a daily battle.
It's infested with gang members. You be in your own sleep, they wake you up out your sleep, stabbing you, busting you with pipes. But I'm a gang member. Like, I'm not scared, period. But for the inmates that's never been locked up before, they're terrified. They put a boat in this right here because dudes were going inside the drain pipes. They were making change. They had another dude come down here where he got hit with a machete and half his leg was gone. Multiple inmates have been stabbed to death in this jail.
Crazy, because like they got the most going on for that to be a jail. Like everybody awaiting trial, so like you innocent until proven guilty, as they say, but it's really guilty until you prove yourself innocent. But yeah, that's a lot. Like they doing a lot in that jail. Like everything about that jail is a 4th Amendment and the 8th Amendment violation. Like everything about it. Cruel and unusual punishments. The one guy that said he waiting 4 years for to go to trial because they can't find an interpreter. Like you got interpreters everywhere. That's the weakest excuse. But a lot of times people don't be having the resources or like the understanding to know that. So like if you would know, you understand due process. Because nowadays people ain't really getting locked up and knowing a lot about the law already. So like when you come into a pod, you're not coming into a pod with like a jailhouse lawyer, so they say. So somebody that's going to give you a little bit of game where you could pick certain things up, even if you're not yourself picking up seeds from this person, it's somebody around in the pod that is, and they're going to pass that information on. So it's really not like that no more because just the world is different. Everything about what's going on. So like dudes, like I said in a video I made before, people not coming to prison for real anymore and beating up the law library like they was when I originally got locked up, which was back in 2008, but I didn't get to prison till 2010. So, but the law library was packed. Like everybody, like people was in there. It wasn't everybody, but it was a lot of people was attending the law library trying to get back in court. Like people were still fighting for their freedom. Like on my way out, didn't nobody care. And like, if you knew anything about the law, you can learn this situation. Like, bro, you're not supposed to be in here. Like, you ain't supposed to be in here at all. But that's what I say. Everything about that place, Fourth Amendment or Eighth Amendment, because the Eighth Amendment violation is the cruel and unusual punishments. Like, look at the conditions they living in. There is no excuse, no excuse. Like, move the funds around or contract. Like, a lot of jails contract with other jails, so I'm confused about that. Why they not sending people to other places or using other alternative incarceration methods, or for their lower tier crimes, sending them out on bail. Like, why they just got the jail just packed and crowded like that? That's absurd. And then this is another thing, like when you go to prison, like when you go to jail or prison, especially for a decent amount of time, it's gonna shape you, it's gonna change you. Because you put in an environment, as you just seen just then, it's like kill or be killed. So you're gonna become a product of your environment. This is where institutionalization come from. This is how you become institutionalized. You're gonna pick up on your environment. And then when you go home, you're gonna take some of them things home with you. So people who don't know nothing about nothing that's going on. And you don't mean no harm by it, it's just been your programming. So you've been programmed by this for so long. It's like it's kind of hard to shake that programming, because you got thrown into survival mode in a way you've never seen it or experienced it or anything, and it's hard to shake that mentality. It's real hard. So now you taking that trauma with you when you get out, and that's just crazy. The extra conditions that they had to go through on top of the mental condition of being institutionalized.